Welcome to Black Men Czar.
A show that gets men talking. And you're with the three lads. And
Finance is something very, I can say sensitive, right? Sensitive topic, especially to us men. Because if you can check, as a man, you are expected to provide. You have to be a provider.
Yes.
From the Bible, and then even now, you can earn 5K, your wife earns 15, but they will milk you.
Yeah.
Standard.
Because it's there
Staged
to
like
say,
that.
yeah, a man, you must be able to provide.
And before we go further on this topic of finance, we are not what?
We're not financial
Sound
advisors. If you're looking for advice, please
Get
go
your professional.
speak to professionals.
Yeah.
And
Speak
these
to
are our views.
Thank
They
you.
have nothing to do with any, and we don't represent any financial institution. It's just us having a classy discussion
Amongst men.
Yeah, that was very important.
That was very important. So if you can check today, you as a man, you can get 5K a month, and then it's easy for a woman to say you're broke.
Yeah.
A woman can make 3K. They won't say she's broke. She's a hero.
She's a hero. At least she has something
She
for
has something
herself.
for herself.
She's independent.
Exactly.
Strong
But then-
woman.
As a man, if you can't meet the standards of a certain woman, you can't meet the standards of somebody else, you're labeled as broke.
Yeah, by everybody else.
And one thing we
The
do
whole
is we must be careful also as men,
Yeah.
to not allow social media standards influence us. Me, now on my side, what I believe is, as a man, if you are earning an income monthly, whether it's from a hustle, work, or whatever, if you cover the necessities of your household and you're left with nothing, you're not broke.
Yeah.
You are responsible. So, but then we never look at it in that eye because of social media standards or because of wanting to impress.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But it's sort of a stigma amongst us human beings. It's a stigma where we like to compete and show off, even where these things don't benefit us much. When you actually sit down and look at it, or why am I doing this?
Yeah.
We can't even answer those questions, except Mamang did it also,
Yeah. And you can be sitting on your own and say, Mina, as long as I smell nice, as long as my clothes are clean, I'm fine. But the next thing, you're in the company of people rocking their Fabiano or whatever, and then now you feel less.
Less of a human.
So it comes back to what you're saying as competition. I think a key factor is also feeling good about yourself. Understanding your current position whilst working your way up.
Yeah.
I'll never allow anybody to make me feel less. I don't respect a person by what they have or their material gains. No, I'll never respect you for your material. I respect you for who you are. I remember one time, years back, this guy, he had money, like he was working in a mine of some sort, so he was back. So everyone was around him. So he's the one that's buying alcohol. So I got there, I was still drinking. So I was drinking my good. So they were drinking this. Then this guy sends me, says, go and buy water. I was like to him, no. You can send those who don't have money. I have money. You can't send me, I have money. And I don't have money. But then, because I didn't want him to feel, because maybe there's some sort of dominance over me. He can just instruct me.
He's probably used to that. So used to it.
And
Sometimes
even the guys around, they were giving him that thing.
Exactly.
So then when he saw me, he saw an opportunity to say,
Here's another one.
Sometimes it's not because they're used to that. They're just trying to play mind games. They're just to show everybody that, you know what, I'm the alpha. I'm the one who can make anybody do anything, regardless of what they are or whatnot. He probably saw you not interacting as he. He couldn't understand, and then he was like, let me flatter him with cash. Let me
see what happens.
What money does to him, and then money didn't work.
And this thing drives people into debt, unnecessary debt. Because now you'll want to fit into those people. You'll want those designer clothes. You'll want what. And then you start opening accounts. You start buying cars. You start renting properties. Ne?
Just to live the flashy life.
Exactly. So I can say, ne? Personally, I don't have a problem with a person earning 15k, ne?
Yeah.
And then debit orders hit him left, right, and center.
Yeah.
And then he's left with 1.5. As long as he's happy,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Mm.
You can't tell a person how much he needs to have in his account.
Or how
Financial
to spend
freedom
that
is
money.
important. Having investments is important. Having savings is important.
Yes.
And a good credit record is important. But remember, your happiness is also important.
Yes. And that should be the one that counts first.
Yes, your happiness must come first. We have different priorities as people. Some will tell you, invest in property. Some will tell you, buy a house first before you buy a car. A car is a liability. Some will tell you, billionaires don't rock designer clothes. You have seen those pictures where they show millionaires wearing plain t-shirts. That's what they show you. But they never show you because this guy has a private jet that's worth what. They never show you. But he's still spending a lot. Why doesn't he rent them out? Why doesn't he fly commercial? You see? So he's still spending his billions. It's preference. He prefers to spend this money on
something else.
Luxury jet, not on clothing.
And knowing human nature is probably something to do with what his friends are also doing. His friends are also they're competing in that level of private jets.
Exactly.
Not t-shirts. No. That's the thing. So we competing in the level of t-shirts
and cars,
and cars and
because that's
designer
what you
clothes.
can afford it.
And then you find people who compete in terms of family or I have so many kids. The people compete at different things, or levels.
And it gets back to these people who advise you, Kuti, buy a Toyota Etios. Take nothing away, it's a good car. It's a nice car.
It's just
Where now you want a Golf 7, they tell you it's expensive, 6,000 per month. Buy this one, you're gonna spend 3.5 on fuel on what. But that car won't last you 10 years as compared to the more expensive one. Chances are I'm buying this car because I'm looking for a long-term thing. It's sad as a guy or as a person to be paying a car you wish to upgrade. And that thing,
it's you're not enjoying it.
Yes. And that thing, remember, its value is depreciating. And you are paying it monthly. But you still wish to drive something else. And in the name of people were advising that I must get this because of this. But when you did your calculations, you realized I can't afford this. And even though because I'm like me, for example, the car that I drive, it's not like I can stay I can stay on the weekend and not go anywhere. I'm okay with that. But I enjoy my car. You see? And when they debit, come month and they debit, I'm okay because I love that car. You see? And I know because I want to keep this car for more than 10 years. And I'll pay it off and I'm gonna keep it for the long run. So people are afraid.
And it will still be running.
It will still be perfect. And because I want to keep the car, it's within me because I want this car. So now you are paying for something you don't. You have enough petrol in the car, you are saving as people have advised, but you still wish. I want.
You're spiritually, you're not fine.
Yes. Even when the debit order hits,
it's like they're taking this much money for this.
For this thing. 5 years from now, I'm going to do this and this. Remember, not everyone, because now they will tell you, get extra income, right? It's true. It's everything they say is true, but we all have different personalities. They will tell you, Fed, you need extra income, you need to start a business, but let's be honest, everyone is broke now.
Exactly.
Who's gonna
buy? Who's gonna support?
Exactly. People are reversing debit orders. When they will reverse you as well. It's
what makes you special?
Chances of a business collapsing right now are very high. unless you find something that's very unique, something that's not there within the community. And that's also difficult to start something from scratch.
Or you do whatever they've been doing, but you have to be extra special.
Extra special.
And be the best.
And to
number
find the
one.
balance between that and your work also.
Oh, such a side hustle.
You see?
Something else.
So, for me, I don't blame... As I mentioned, debit order reversals. People are reversing debit orders because they want to keep up with the standards. For me, I can say, please note, I do not represent any financial institution. And what I say,
It's just
but me now reverse a debit order to buy my children nice stuff. I wouldn't watch my children suffer or deprive them ice cream or time at the mall just because I had to pay a certain institution for something. Never. I'd rather reverse that debit order, take my children out and let them enjoy.
You will see those debit orders
At the later stage.
I will see them at the later stage because that institution is still standing. I'll negotiate with them. But time, depriving my children a certain joy at a certain age.
See what's more important to him.
Exactly.
Exactly. Families.
You see? And today we have many people, they have a car, they have what, they wear nice clothes, but they can't even buy their children McDonald's.
True that.
Because they have to pay clothing accounts. They have to pay what, they have to pay what, they have to pay what. You see? And now, your daughter saying, Daddy, there is a school trip, blah, 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 blah. You can't go, I don't have money.
But he's driving an SUV.
Exactly. And that's an experience you're depriving your child. I'd rather reverse the installment of that SUV, pay for my daughter. If I need 1,000 and my SUV I'm paying 7,000 per month, I'll reverse the debit order.
18,000.
Oh, 18. I'll reverse it. And pay them 15 and take the 3. And
that's what you need again.
And I need the yes. And then we will talk. We will talk. Our conversation will end in a phone. They can't walk into my house and tell me, hey, when we came to take your car because you reversed and paid fee. No. But my daughter will be happy and she won't know because I was reversing debit orders. To her, I'm a hero because what? I paid. She went to the school trip. And don't come back to me and tell me because you don't afford that car. No, it's my car. They approved me. So it's mine. And I'm going to keep it. Whether it's going to take me 10 years to finish, it's mine. How I paid is none of your business. Don't tell me I don't afford it. Because there is this thing that people say, you qualify for the car, you don't afford it. It's true. It's there. You qualify for the car, but you don't afford it.
Because you have too many debts.
Or maybe you're earning 15k. They say you qualify for this car, pay 7. When I'm thinking installment, you have not put into consideration like insurance,
petrol, maintenance.
So you find that at the end of the day, that car is taking 12k. You see,
3,000.
you are left with 3.
And you still need apartments, clothing.
You see all that. But I don't think you can say when you draw up a budget, when you want to buy a car, you can't go for something that will take half of your salary. No, that's not wisdom. But then, don't go for something you aren't happy paying every month.
Because value and depreciation, this thing is not only in terms of money, in terms of how this thing makes you feel. You understand? That's a courage. That's value on its own. Or this thing makes me happy. Then it's more valuable. Even if it's a bicycle. If it makes you happier than the car, then it's same thing. Your eyes, it's same level.
And you should care less. What? Sometimes.
You will care, obviously. But I'm just saying, if something makes you happy, that's why you spend for it. That's why you spend for it. Exactly.
So now you will say, so now he's reversing the debit order for the SUV just to. It's not something that I'm doing every month. I did it now because my child wanted it.
But once you start playing in that arena where you have friends who are going to tell you, you are reversing what you are reversing, entering your business like that.
You see,
they're not your friends.
They're not your friends.
They're not even people you're supposed to be looking at. Just
outside.
Man.
I'm saying,
Don't
like
waste
social
energy
media
on people like that.
social media standards. Like right now, you find people going for me. I don't think it's wise to go for this debt review. What?
I
don't
say that
see-
those
I
arguments
don't-
keep popping. Oh, those
Yeah, and many people fall for this thing, of which it's something you can negotiate for yourself.
without having to pay
Please
somebody
elaborate.
to do so. Yes, sir.
You owe store X 5,000. You owe bank D 10,000. You owe bank whatever. Your debts amount to 12,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
Then this guy from the debt review says, okay, you can give me 7,000. I'll go and negotiate with these creditors, and then I'll pay them. I'll divide the 7. So now you're gonna have an extra 5 in your money or extra whatever, right? So this guy comes and takes, like, monthly, you're gonna pay this institution 7,000, right? And then they're gonna pay store X 1,000, this one 500, right? That's what you know. That's what you think they'll do. Many of them are not genuine. They don't do that. No, they will pay one store a month or 2 sometimes. True story. They will do that. You'll find that you're under debt review, but a creditor is calling you to say, why aren't you paying? And in your knowledge, it's 6 months later or a year later, you're thinking, and then when you go and check, that thing's still on areas and they've not received payment. Rather on your own. Ne?
Yeah.
This requires discipline, though. It requires
You need to be very.
You need to be very disciplined, because you might.
Yeah.
You'll no longer be able to. No one will even credit you. No one will. You'll no longer buy anything in installments or anything. But then, rather on your own, check your debts. How many you got? Ne? Start with the one that the smallest amount. Ne? Rather not pay the rest and pay one at a time. It's gonna affect your credit score, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's already affected.
There's no difference.
There's no difference.
But at least you know you'll be paying for it.
So now, 12,000 is going out of your account in debts monthly, right? Set yourself, it's okay. I'm gonna pay this store. I owe them 5,000. This month, I'm gonna pay them 3,000, and I pay no one else.
Yeah? And you pay no one else.
Nobody else.
One chicken at a time.
Then after I pay them 3K, the 7K is for me and my family and the other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, the car will keep paying it because they will come and take the car.
Yeah.
We'll get to the car. We'll get to the car.
Yeah.
So then in that 7K that you left with, at least save 2,000.
Yeah.
Because you are used to paying debts monthly, right?
Yeah.
Take 2,000 or 2.5, put it in a savings plan. Because the other ones are accumulating areas.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
The next month, you pay the other one 3K, right?
The
Next month, you go and finish them off because their debt was 5K. You're finishing them off again.
Yeah.
You give them the rest. So you're done.
With that one.
Close it.
Close it. Done. And get what?
The next.
Go to the next one and then take 2.5 again. Save it.
Aren't you supposed to get something?
No. Oh, they paid up later. Because you have to close it. Have to.
And get what?
Keyword,
Yeah, close it.
Because you're trying to come out of debt. Then move to the next one. Do the same thing. But also keep saving. What they will never tell you is, you see, once your loan or anything is handed over, you can negotiate for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need a lawyer to negotiate. You can call where you are handed over to and negotiate for yourself. They never tell you this.
Yeah.
And you
I
find,
didn't even know it was possible.
and in many cases, these people can give you even a 70% discount.
Oh, I'd love that.
They do that. Because they know it's either they give you that or they get nothing.
Or they lose out.
So imagine, man, that's why many people don't do their jobs right. Because they are financially stressed. Financially, they're stressed. Even at home, the relationship with the wife or the husband, it suffers. Why? Financial stress plays a huge role in one's performance.
We don't need light.
Okay.
Financial stress,
Yeah.
it plays a huge role in a relationship,
Yeah.
at work, in your performance, in your lifestyle.
In your attitude, in your day to day.
Exactly.
how
So
you
why
interact
don't you rather do that And the only thing those creditors will do to you is to call you.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm going to tell them, bro, I'll pay you. I know I owe you. I'll pay you. Yeah, but at least I will pay you, sir. I'm well aware. Hi, come on. You know what, sir? What I do is I put you guys in a drawer every month. I get my head, I write your names, I put you in there.
Yeah.
So I pick the one that comes out is the one I'll pay.
Yeah.
So if you persist on calling me, I'm not putting you in the next drawer. So please,
You will miss out.
so please, I know. Okay, I'll pay you 50 rand at the end of the month. That's what I afford at the moment. Just to show you that I'm still alive and I'm willing to pay. Yeah, that's called maintaining your loan.
Yeah.
But continue to do what? To save. Because now, in a case of an emergency, you don't qualify for it.
Yeah, you don't qualify for it.
So hence I said it requires discipline. So you'll find that in your savings now, you have something around maybe 30,000 or 40 or 15, right? As you go, now you're getting to the more expensive debt. 100K or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's already in areas. Ne? It's already handed over. Then you negotiate. Like, guys, this is me. I am willing to pay this debt. Can I get a discount? They will tell you, okay, we are willing. There is a 40% discount. With a 40%,
Interest.
you're gonna pay this debt. No, on that
percent interest.
not interest.
But the interest, I agree now you're negotiating with them, but then the interest is also going to be up. Now you're going to pay more money because now you're negotiating.
No, it's already handed over. Remember, it's handed over to the lawyers. It's no longer with the
With
bank.
the bank. The bank is
Oh,
fine.
now you're negotiating with the lawyers.
Yes.
Okay, makes
To say my loan was handed over to you guys. So can you please give me a discount? I want to pay you back. They'll give you, maybe they say you pay 40% of what you owe. Or they'll say we're giving you a 70% discount. You settle
finish it
everything
now.
once off. Or we're giving you a 50. You pay this in 6 months or depending on how you want to arrange. Then you go back to the money that you saved. Then you settle them off, get a paid up later. I'm telling you, don't let anyone fool you. Your credit score will change quickly. It doesn't take a long time to change. Unless now you want to buy maybe a house or something. Yeah, that will be too sensitive. But then you can take 5 years to rebuild and then you go and apply for a house. But for a thing like a car or anything, you can remove your handover status this month. 2 months later, you get a car. They will, as long as you got paid up letters. Proof to show that I've paid and settled off anything. Or also, as you pay off each at a time, you upload on your credit score. Yes, on your credit score. Whatever you registered with, then you just go and upload. I've paid this off. Paid this off. Than to spend your life worrying about money.
Panicking, stressing.
Hey,
Contemplating suicide.
you get me.
And I think
erectile
that's
dysfunction.
also another reason as to why people are actually doing it also.
Yes.
Because they are too much into that debt, and then they are failing to reach out.
Yes.
And then
And I've learned something. You know, there is this guy I once met.
Yeah.
He's a different race from ours.
Okay.
He was telling me that he's never spending his money for his children to pay debts or whatever.
Yeah.
No, that money is meant for his children.
Yeah.
That money
So he
will
was
come
like,
from elsewhere.
he was like, this part. So he was like, I'm like, okay. Then how does one go about like owning an expensive house in a very nice? Because you guys are always there.
Hey.
Nice houses are owned by you, but sometimes when we look at you, you are working. We work the same job, but the same thing. Okay, yeah. The interest at times, it favors them over us because of their skin tone. But he told me this strategy of his. He was like, get a loan with one of the bankers for maybe 200K or 180K, but first get the stand where you can buy a stand, and then get a loan, 200K for instance, or 108. Build 2 rooms or 3, depending on how much and where. Isn't it you found the stand?
Yeah.
the location
Set
is
them
key.
up for rental.
Yeah.
For instance, each room, let's say for example, each room pays you 1,000 rand. right?
Yeah.
So for each room, maybe let's make an example to say, okay, 1,000 each room is 3 rooms, right?
Yeah.
3,000 rent. So you're gonna take away 300 on each for maintenance and other.
Yeah.
So it's 777, right? So that 2 point something. So he says after I've built that, so for instance, the loan pays 5,000 per month, right? You pay the loan for 6 months or 8 months,
Okay.
right? And then you stop paying.
And then you let go completely.
Okay. Please note, ne? I am not. Please note.
Yeah,
you're
I
not for this.
emphasize.
Yeah.
It's what he did.
I am not motivating you guys
Yeah.
not to
So-
pay your debts.
Yeah.
Pay them. But I'm just saying.
The other ways.
This is what the guy was saying.
Yeah.
This is what the guy told me. So now he says, you stop paying the debt, right? Remember the loan has an insurance. Yes, and you know that you are paying for an insurance with your installment.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
bank is using your money to
Money.
pay the insurance of
Yes.
that, for that loan that they gave you. So he says after 8 months you stop paying the loan, right?
Yeah.
So those rooms are giving you around 2 point something a month.
Yeah.
You never intended to own the rooms. Your plan was to get a house in a nice place where you pay a bond for 7,000, right? Start saving that money. 2.5, right? Put it in the bank account. That 5K you wanted to pay for the bond or for the loan, put it on a savings plan. Hence, I'm saying this requires discipline.
Okay.
The loan, what happens? Areas.
They start calling.
They start calling. They start bothering you, right?
Yeah.
You put true caller when they call. Wow. It shows spam. You don't pick up. Right? Because at the end of the day, but guys, let's be fair. When they decide to increase interest, they decide to increase interest.
Yeah.
We are
They
the
don't
ones that
consult.
pay.
Hey.
So now we must decide not to pay.
Hey.
Life goes on. So now, 7-8 years down the line, how much do you think you'll have in the account?
Yeah, that's a lot.
So wait, so aren't they going to arrest you for not paying for 7 years?
If you sign a contract for a loan,
Yeah.
where does it state that failure to pay will result in us arresting you?
It doesn't say that. No?
That's what.
Where
That's
does
also another
it
thing
say
we
that
also need to
failure to
learn.
pay we will come and repossess your house?
Repossess your car.
They are not
Or
loan
your
sharks,
car.
Peg.
They are not
Some-
loan sharks.
something to-
They're not loan sharks.
They're not loan sharks.
So banks don't
No.
repossess.
They do.
They
Especially
do.
when your house is in a trust. Who's gonna come and take your house? You?
But it's not yours, Walloon.
Again, let's say,
yeah,
where
they
did
can't
you
take
sign?
it, ne?
And
Yeah, here they can't in a trust where we are. But also either way, ne, you can maintain the loan.
With 500 rand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm saying this is what I can afford.
You keep saving the money. And you need to be disciplined about it. Then you go and expend those
Those 2 rooms.
2 rooms that you build, those 3 rooms that you build. 7 years later, how much do you have? You go and expand them. Now you are owning a property. It's generating more money for you. It started small,
Yeah.
but now it's big.
And then what happens to the loan eventually?
Failure to pay, it's either they hand you over,
Yeah.
you go back to your negotiation,
Yeah.
or they write it off if they can't get hold of you. I think it's
They will
after
still-
5 years or
years.
6.
Is it?
Five.
Yeah,
It's five.
some do,
5 years.
but
It's 5.
some don't write it off. But some they can write it off.
But it can also get extended even if it's after, let's say, maybe 4 years. It's approaching 5 years.
Yeah.
If they call you and then you acknowledge the debt,
Yes,
it revives.
it revives.
Oh, so they mustn't get hold of you.
Yeah. Yes. In
So
other ways.
you must.
We're not teaching you how to.
You must.
Hey.
Wow.
But then now you got property, right? And then you're working your way up. So by the time you qualify for a bond, 7 years later, or 12 years later, right? The bond is being paid by what? That property, which you built with whose money?
With
The
their
bank.
money.
You know that, man.
so
The thing.
blacklisted.
Yes.
Yes.
You'll be blacklisted.
Obvious.
They will blacklist you.
Yeah,
But
she
what
looks
I want to
scared.
tell you,
Yeah,
the
I'm
blacklisted
also
task
scared.
will go away.
Oh, okay. That's what I
But then
wanted to
you can't
clarify.
say you are blacklisted right now, right? You can't expect to buy a bond next year or 2 years later, right? But you can clean your credit score after you get paid up letters. and then you find that loan was now written off, they will give you a document to state that you once had a loan that was, what's that word that they use? I forgot
Handed
the
over.
word. No,
What?
there's a word that they use. I just forgot it. Ne? That's also gonna play a huge role in your credit score because it's gonna affect you negatively, right? But you can rebuild your credit score in the next years. Remember, you have property now.
And you have cash saved somewhere.
Yes. Yes. Now, 5 years, your credit score will be clean. You can apply for a credit card. A credit card does help fairly in improving one credit score, right? The thing is, patience. It's something we don't have.
Want it now.
We want it now. We want this thing now. I want to own this bond now. I want to now. You understand? And remember, us, we are in a disadvantage. We don't own land, number one. Number two, our fathers were, you know, they were oppressed. They didn't leave much for us. And then till now, we have to start on our own. You see?
Yeah.
So, to own property is not that easy. Many make it sound easy, ne? But it's not. It's not easy. So these guys, ne, their fathers gave them something.
They've got a head start.
A good head start. You see? And even their names, when they use their names,
They are recognized.
they get better offers than we.
You can get, they can get nice credit card limits.
Yes,
and
at a nice interest rate.
Nice interest rates also. Nice.
So now,
to do with mine.
now you as a guy,
Yeah.
you are the breadwinner. Do you see that immediately, if you don't take this maybe route or anything, chances of you owning property are very slim.
Very.
Because once you buy the bond, that's a long commitment.
You are stuck there.
But now, if you are patient enough, if you feel the pressure, goes okay, now they're pressurizing me to move out. Where I stay, go to those rooms that you build. Kick one person out.
Stay there.
Stay there.
You are a landlord
There's no
also.
shame. You are the landlord. And then extend whilst you're staying there. You see? Now, you owning property, the property is now generating enough money for you.
Yeah.
Then you apply for a bond. Now you qualify, and then you're paying the bond with what? The money,
The
for
money
that
from
property.
the
But the thing is, we do not have that patience.
And
Because
discipline.
tomorrow you're seeing me posting, because there's a trend now, you see. People like they're posting keys inside an apartment. Some are posting those keys in a rented apartment. Some like, hey,
Or they just go, just pay for the day.
yes.
Yeah.
So now you feel the pressure. But if you have a long-term plan,
Yeah.
or God forbid, should you die before the 12 years comes, you die. You left something
Something
for your
behind,
kids.
eh.
Your kids will follow up. Will follow the okay. Dad tried to. He had a vision of owning properties. Let's continue in his footsteps. You left 3 rooms that are generating 2.5 per month. That's a lot of money, considering now the way
Hey.
things are.
Yeah.
You see, like when you're unemployed,
Nothing
you
is
understand.
gonna be-
So you left something rather than to die and leave a debt.
Yeah.
And I think another thing, another thing that makes it easier for some cultures and religions to be able to do these things easier than us. It's we love women. Yo. Eh,
That's our mistake.
yo.
We
So-
love women so much that remember they're also telling us we're broke.
They're the same
need
ones.
to
We still
maintain.
chasing, and taking out our last cent. money
iPhone
that
14
could
is
be-
dropping soon. She wants it.
It's already been pre-ordered.
It's on the cards, eh?
And now there is this thing where gents are now dropping flowers for their girls. So it's flowers and then 200.
Oh
100
yeah, I
rand.
saw that.
Huh?
Yeah. It's
Where?
been
On
there.
social-
Why haven't you done that for your girl?
been there.
Ah,
No,
they were gonna
It's
leave
been
you.
there. Like, it's been there. People have been doing
there.
it.
Yeah.
I once
So now
did it, but
they-
it wasn't that much money. It was 3 flowers. I kept the flowers as little as possible, as few as possible, so that it's not too many 200
Yeah.
notes there. If it's just 3 flowers,
Flowers
then
and then
it's
3
600. That's fine. Yeah.
So now,
counts.
if you feel the pressure of doing that, there is no way, because immediately you qualify for the 200k at the bank. Ne? First stop is
Woman.
let's go and buy clothes. Second stop.
But the whole intention is just to please.
Exactly.
But you see now, if you have a wife and you are settled, you know exactly what you are working for. You have a plan for that thing, and your wife knows, well, you know what, this guy, I don't even have to doubt him.
Yes.
He will do right by us.
But also,
It's easier.
but
We have
also,
support.
now that you mentioned that, ne, it brings me to this, and it is also time for us gents, ne,
Yeah.
to rid ourselves from this code that behind every successful man is a strong woman.
Yeah.
I think it's time we rid ourselves from that kind of thinking. To say behind my success is me and God,
Yeah.
or whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
Because right now it's showing fair to women don't love men anymore.
Yeah.
They
Because
don't.
men have done mistakes and
Yeah.
men are still
They
doing
don't.
mistakes.
They don't.
I doubt if somebody who calls you trash can help you to be something.
Nice.
It ain't happening. there.
If she's faithful to you and she wants to help you build and she wants to see you become something, better your life, ne? That's a bonus.
Yeah.
But your success doesn't lie in her. It
Yeah.
lies in your strength and God.
Yeah.
But her success and your children's success
Lie in you.
lies in you. When they fall, let them have you. You understand? To fall too. But when you fall, don't expect them to have you. If they have you, let that be a bonus.
Yes.
You see? Because I'm telling you, many men have failed. I'm telling you, it's difficult to plan as a man when you're having troubles with your wife. It's difficult.
Slows
It's
you
difficult to concentrate at work or in a business when you're having troubles with your wife at home.
Yeah.
That thing is very difficult. So it's time as men we tell ourselves, Kute, whether she gives me hell or not, I'm gonna become what I'm destined to be, regardless
Of what's behind me.
of no matter
besides
what,
me.
Yeah, no matter what she does, no matter what attitude she shows me. In fact, I'm telling you, you can go hustling the whole day. Hustle, ne? Get 300 rand, 1, 2, 3, come back home to an ungrateful wife. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
painful,
bro.
bruh. And that time they didn't even fix you water to bath. They didn't fix you a meal. You are hungry and you went through hell.
Just to get it.
And sometimes, in fact, you allowed people to dance on your head just so you can sell them something for 20 rand. I'm telling you, I've done this. I've sold SIM cards before. Do you know selling a SIM card to people?
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, that thing is painful. I sold SIM
teach
cards.
you- they'll
I
teach you,
sold
like,
avocados. I sold SIM cards. I sold umbrellas and T-shirts of Vodacom. I sold eggs. I sold chickens. You know, it's painful, bruh, to be selling things. Sometimes you brought the best avocados, you brought.
And they still want a discount.
Yeah. And they tell you this is rubbish. My customers won't eat this.
Ish.
Yeah. And then you
Just
move
so
to the
that-
next person and she shouts, if you buy those, you are wasting your time.
Ish.
You understand? And then after you went through all that,
You get home.
and remember, this side you're also fighting the negative energies. Ne? Remember, there's a devil and a negative energy behind
Yeah.
that will constantly remind you what a failure you are.
Yeah.
And tell you wasted opportunities. You were supposed to be this and this. Look at your peers, they are this. And then you get home
Ish.
to an ungrateful woman. And then you tell her, say, I had a bad day today. I only sold 2 crates. And they gave me, those guys who bought the 2 crates bought it for 80 rand instead of 100 or 120. I have 160.
Ish.
And then, you understand, she gives you hell. On the
On top
street.
of the hell from the street you were on.
And then when you just try to sit and do maybe an introspection, the devil constantly reminds you what a failure of a man you are.
Yeah.
Because you are unable to provide. What kind of a man goes out for 12 hours and comes back with 180 rand?
Ish.
You understand? And then you start feeling less of yourself. And then you start saying, what? I wish I had a woman who understands. I wish I had a woman. You say, fuck this, I'm dropping this. This is rubbish. But if you tell yourself, regardless of this 180, I'm going back there.
Yeah.
Whether she sees it or not, I see what I'm doing. You understand? That mentality is the one that we need right now. Because even if your business stands, she's the one that will benefit first.
Yeah.
She'll be the one who will run the accounts even when the business stands. That's fine. I'm sure she's your wife. But even though she didn't support you from the beginning. You understand?
Yeah.
And then now the business is up and running and it's doing well. And then she wants to be part of it.
Now she's the strong woman behind you.
Yeah, she's the woman behind you. She made you now.
And then there is this thing that they like say, I was with you when you were at your lowest.
Yes.
Now that you are here, you no longer consider me. It's not you being with me at my lowest. What were you doing when I was in my lowest?
Lowest. Yeah.
What were you saying when I was
Kicking
in
me
my
low.
lowest?
I was just,
You see? So even that is very important for us as men. You know? And you know, with women, I tell you, okay, one thing I've noticed, women don't love each other.
Yeah, they
Women
don't.
don't love each other.
don't.
Women don't.
They don't love anyone. They just love their children.
Yeah, they love their children and them weaves and them.
And weaves and looking good.
But I tell you, ne,
and attracting
if
men.
women can hold each other, bruh, and eliminate competition and work together, women can go far,
How far?
very far. Women can own
E.g.?
businesses.
E.g.
Women can own businesses if they hold each other. Women can own trucks. Some do. Look at this. A woman will go to the club. She won't spend her money,
True that.
but she's employed.
Yes.
A woman can dress up nicely, weaves and everything. A man is buying.
Yeah.
But if they channel that money into something good, their own money,
Yeah.
Angish,
Yeah.
and focus on building something for themselves, I tell you, if they work together, eliminate jealousy, eliminate competition. You know, there is a team of women, you find them, there are 4, 5. They drink one man or they drink guys every weekend. The man is buying. Right? You find that these women, they have a lot, they earn. They work together, but they don't love one another. They are out every weekend. They have iPhones or whatever you see. The Samsung that flips and whatever. Men bought all those things. What are they doing with their own money?
Who knows?
You see? And they're still broke.
Eish.
Now, if they take their own cash, and say, with our own cash, let's save it, guys. We're gonna start building that idea of building 3 rooms. The thing is, they hate each other. They can't do that. They hate each other.
It's impossible, ne?
They are together, ne? But they hate
Hate each other still.
I will tell you one day we're gonna speak to the. We're gonna talk about this one day, ne? There is a verse. I think in the book of Matthew where Jesus said, "Don't look far. Like your enemy is in your household. It is your brother. It is your sister. It is the person you're eating with." Even King David in the book of Psalms said it. Says, "My heart is aching because it is you that's destroying me. If it was an enemy, I would enjoy it. If it was an enemy, if it was a thief, I would run and hide myself. But because it's you, the one that I trusted, that's eating me." So you shared you shared your businesses with your friends. How is it doing now? Is it standing? Is it working? It's not. You told them, "Hey, I'm getting married soon." Are you married? Let's see. Okay, they did come and pay lobola. Are you happy in your marriage? Women don't love each other, bruh. Even us men, ne? Some, we don't love each other. We in competition, secretly in competition. Because this one thinks he's better than me, this one blah, 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 blah. You've shared your ideas with them. How are they doing? You've shared your business ideas. How are they doing right now after you shared with them? I'm telling you, bro, if women had eliminated these things, right? The woman was supposed to spend 1,000 on nails, and the guy offered to pay. She takes that 1,000 and saves it. And she intended to spend it. She was gonna pay 760 for an iPhone every month, or 1,000 too. The guy offered to buy. She must put that money aside.
Yeah.
For that term she intended to pay. Bro, in 5 years' time, how much will she have? Isn't that enough to buy a single property,
It is.
a single unit, and rent it out?
It is.
but she'd rather milk you at a club, 5,000 rand or whatever. Still take her own money and do whatever
She wants to do.
Better way.
I'm telling you, bruh, women are at a more advantage than us. They date ministers who pay them a lot of money. I'm not promoting this about them, but I'm just saying if they loved one another and had a clear vision and a goal, and to say, guys, we are 4. By the end of the year, we must try to raise 120 from our salaries. We like groove. We like what, but we don't drink our own money. We drink these
guys.
So each one of us is placing this and this and this and this. Because us men, never. I tell you, the 4 of us, we save 100K. First thing December, we want to rent out a hotel. We want to bring these women there. We want to do a convoy of cars. We're going to buy all sorts of alcohol. Gone.
But I remember that time.
Yeah.
We used to drink,
100,000 gone.
But they can. I'm telling that I'm not saying men are unable to do that. Men can do that.
They can
Some do. But I'm just saying that women are at a
advantage. True that.
And I think one of the things that maybe, I don't know, maybe it's being what, but I feel, with a man, the reason we're going through what we're going through right now, we've been cursed from the beginning by the devil. I think the devil hates a man more than he hates a woman.
Everybody hates a man more than they hate a woman.
I'm telling you. Bro, check the streets. The hobo. How many hobos do you see?
A lot, man. It's mostly men.
Mostly?
Men.
Nyaupe addicts.
Men.
On the streets here, unemployed men.
Men. Thugs. Men.
Okay. Why is that? It's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about cash. And to say, I'd rather owe a bank than my children not eat dessert on a Sunday.
Priority.
I'd rather save up money for them than to say, a good credit record is very important. And
but not at the expense of your happiness.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. Not at your marriage. Hey, in fact, now you have to go to men's clinic at a very young age.
And what happens, David?
Bro, it's difficult. It's difficult to get an erection when the bid orders have hit you and left you with 800. And tomorrow you're going to go face up with that horrible boss that you hate. You feel like you can punch him.
You can't.
You can't.
You need the money.
You need
to pay because that's what you're getting.
That's what you're getting.
I'd rather owe. They'd rather call me. I'll tell them straight. Something happened on my app. I don't know what happened on my app due to load shedding and the money reversed. I called the bank. They said they will fix it in 21 days. It's not my fault. I was playing on the app. The next thing, load shedding happened. My app was freezing. The next thing, the debit order reversed. I don't know what happened. But what I'm telling you is, I also called the bank to find out.
They said 21 working
How
days.
did the VW finance debit order for 5,000 reverse into my account? And they said, I will resolve it after 21 working days. And then I checked, 21 working days, they'll fix it. So yeah, you'll get your money end of the month. I'm busy telling my kids, guys, boss, we're going to the mall today. It's the very same video, and I'm gonna pass by there, like, hey guys, bruh, it's you'll have a problem, ne? Okay, like you find out the person, they say he earns 20,000. He's paying 7,000 for a car, paying 6,000 for an apartment. They like posting that 1,000 something for a phone. He's left with something. Rather move. What they never tell you is The apartment that costs 6,000, number one, it's safe. The water is always running. Load shedding because there's load, but some got generators.
Yeah.
You see?
They fail to mention those things.
Free Wi-Fi, a peace of mind. You understand?
Yeah.
That they never tell you. They'll tell you to move to a cheaper apartment of 2.8 or 3.
When neighbors
Of which is a risk. Yes. It's not safe. Water can cut. The apartment, sometimes this one can make noise as much as he likes. Number two, they will tell you, get a cheaper car. What they will never tell you, because this car is not reliable. Okay. No disrespect.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
An i10,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Can you drive an i10 in 2035?
What?
In year 2035.
Will it still be drivable?
2022 i10 will still be driving.
No, it might be on somewhere sold or something.
Yeah, but let's check today. Check golf, city golf. How many do we have? Old ones that are still running.
Yeah, there are a lot. Even the Golf 2s, 3s,
They're
4.
still running,
Yeah.
right? So then, are you saying VW can create something like a Golf 7 that will not run you for 15 years?
Yeah.
No, that would be impossible. Eh?
Not only VW, the other brands.
The other brands,
Even Mercedes, that Mukoko. I was
Yes.
once rich. 1979.
Yeah, still runs.
Even BMWs and everything,
older
right?
than us.
But now
Way
I'm
older.
so if you are gonna buy this
Well, it's
car
still running.
and take 84 months term, 84, and people say it's a very long term. It is a very long term. You took it because you wanna fit in your installment to say, ne? One thing I'm sure of, the 84th month will come, and you're gonna finish paying that car, and that car's still gonna last you. But people will tell you, go say, yeah, it's taking 6,000, blah 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 blah. They will tell you, 'cause your phone is 1,000, what? Let's be honest, bruh. Let's be honest. Ne? But an iPhone is better than a Mobicel.
Hey, let's be honest, yeah.
Right? A good Samsung phone, the S-class phones, are better than most of the A phones.
Yeah.
And if you are not a person of maybe competition and what, and you are not moved by people, you can hold on to a phone. How many people still use the iPhone 6?
A lot.
Just that people on social media will tell them, because hey, iPhone started iPhone 11. But when you know, because you're comfortable with this phone, I should take it off, and it still works fine. So now people will tell you this. Yeah, the iPhone will stop working. Why are they so much fixed on the negative? Because okay, you are paying for a phone that you're going to change, blah 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 blah. So if you're buying a Gene,
Why are they even putting their opinion?
Exactly.
They must just mind their
It's
own
2
business.
cents. It's 2 cents. And it should not face us.
Yeah, it should.
The problem is that we tend to give an ear.
now they'll tell you, yeah, why are you buying a Gene at Fabiani that cost 1.5? Now you have 3 Genes. You should have bought at Mr. Price. You're gonna have 10.
The quality.
Quality.
I don't know comment on this one because
But then,
some of these jeans are.
No, but I'm
it's
just
a size 30 today. Tomorrow it's a size 34. You don't understand.
don't know whether you're gaining weight or you're losing weight.
but then I'm just saying that, guys, our priorities are not the same. You prefer to stay at a very in a place where it's not very safe. I prefer safety. I want a peace of mind. I want to do a self-introspection. As I grew up, my dream was to buy a Golf 7 GTI. My dream was to buy an M2 or whatever, S3, RS3. An opportunity has come for me to buy. You are telling me to invest on property. I will. I want to. You are telling me to invest on cryptocurrency. I will. I want to invest in something that I understand. However, right now, I want. Some will say it's not wisdom. Rather start with the property. Yes, I'll start with the property. By the time this property is generating income for me, I'm 40.
Yeah.
And I'm 40. I'm no longer strong enough to be driving the whole country. You see?
Oh yeah. I see what
Now
yeah,
you want
I
me
see
to
what-
buy the S3. My bag is no longer good. You understand? And now I have kids. I can't roam around the streets with that car.
Yeah.
Me now I want to enjoy the car now. I'm still young now.
Yeah.
I will invest. I want to invest. Well, I want to leave something for my children. But right now, me now want to open a sunroof. You understand? So the opportunity has come. I want to buy S3 and I want to drive it
Yeah.
and enjoy it
while
I still have the energy.
The ability to do so. Gosh.
So you see, our priorities are not the same.
And I never thought of it that way. So, like you'll be
me too,
old. You start off with a house now, but then you'll be old when time comes when you can afford
That
a
car,
Mac
yeah.
or whatever.
Yes. And okay, right now, ne,
Well,
I take a bond at the age of 50, right?
Yeah.
At the age of 65, I have to go out on pension. For the 15 years, I'll pay it. When I go up on pension, I'll settle it. For me, personally, ne,
Yeah.
there's no child of mine that's getting my pension money. None of them. I'm going to raise them well. Right now, I'm going to buy whatever I want. When I go on pension, that's me and my wife's money. Nothing to do with them. Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to raise them right.
yeah.
And I'm going to give them good education. So when I go on pension and find my 8 million or whatever, it's mine and my wife's.
Yeah.
It's my kids. Even if I decide to go and buy a house in Canada, we go there with my wife, we stay 3 years, we sell the house, we buy another house where else.
Somewhere else.
Stay again.
I stay, I move because I've raised them well. So you find that people now, with their pension money, they want to share for their kids, they want to do home improvements, and they want to start businesses. They are old. You see?
Yeah.
Now, I'll buy my car. At the age of 40, I start learning which business here can I start, where am I strong, and what. At the age of 50, now I know this business is good. Now I invest on the young guys, help me run my business, because now I know, I wish I don't have the
And they
strength.
can learn
Then I
from
buy
that
the
also.
bond, then I pay the bond. 65, I retire, I get my millions, whatever I get, and then I... Because now, ne, you will buy, telling you, because people are saying invest on whatever. But if an opportunity to invest in something that you understand shows, do that.
do it.
Why not?
But never invest in something you don't understand.
That's how a lot of people fall victim to scams.
Just going in.
Like there was a
head
craze,
first.
sometime with cryptocurrencies.
Bitcoin,
Bitcoin.
Forex, for example. People
Forex
think, yeah,
also.
Forex is a scam. It's not a scam.
It's not a scam.
Learn Forex, invest in Forex, buy shares.
Yeah, you can buy shares.
Even there's an easier one, easy equities.
Yeah.
So now, invest in something you understand. And then, but me now I want to drive that car.
Yeah, drive it before you turn 40.
And I want to dress in that what.
Now.
If I'm going to buy my Ray-Ban shades using my credit card, it's fine.
It's fine.
I feel good about myself.
Exactly.
I pay the credit card 100 rand per month. It's for me. I'm doing for who? For me.
And what works for you.
And makes you happy.
So now it's December. Debit orders are hitting left, right, and center. It's Christmas. I have 200 rand in my bank account.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. I have 200.
It's impossible.
And my S3 is here
I see
with
that,
quarter
yeah.
tank. My Ray-Ban shades are there. I'm reversing.
So when the next month, or even February.
We'll see them February.
Yeah.
Because I'm not buying anyone a gift in Valentine. Actually, a trash vet. January,
Did you hear the trash?
so we must live up to what we are. But December, I can't be broke in December whilst I pay. No, bruh, I'm reversing. I'm going to Durban. No one will see me at Durban because this one's eating money for debit orders. We are all there to eat bonus. I mean, my bonus was somewhere in July. But I'm there, I'm enjoying myself. I'm driving my S3 full tank with my Ray-Ban shades. I owe these people. They call me, I'll even ask them, say you don't have shame. Marase, Vele, he picked up the phone and called me. Christmas Eve to tell me that I owe you. Oh, Chief.
Get out of here.
Chief, knock off. I knock off. Your employer doesn't love you. I'm like, okay, yeah, the bank says it will be fine in 21 days. So, yeah, next year. Do you know what it comes? My kids or whoever doesn't have school.
Vele, again.
School shoes.
Yeah, but pins about.
Stationery.
Around
Then February we talk. Say, guys, yeah, you can take extra 500 to cover up for
For the previous.
even me. Now I tell myself also, okay, now it makes sense, guys. It's I had fun in December. We had fun January. So now it's time to pay these people back. So deprive yourself things. Yeah, I can't be out every weekend.
Yeah.
You can't be eating takeaways. You can't be doing what. So yeah.
do the right thing.
Now I know, okay, I'm gonna save 100 rand per month for December. When December comes, I'll have 1.2. I'm no longer reversing 2 debit orders. I'm reversing 1 this year. I'm disciplined.
That was a plan.
But at the end of the day, in fact, you need to be happy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You know why these government employees are so angry?
Why?
They owe a lot of people. They owe Umama Wendishi. They owe that person who sold them weave. They owe a lot of people. They have many policies where they pay old mutual and those people are not dying. And they keep paying. And they keep paying because they were hoping I'm gonna pay 600 for this one. When
this one is
they die,
dying
I'm gonna
soon.
get 90. That person is not dying, and
dying.
every man is even calling to ask for money.
Survived COVID, survived everything.
They are angry.
Going
They didn't
through.
receive increase. So do you think that okay? It's the 15th, ne? This person is earning 18,000. The car takes 6. Insurance 1.5, loans and what, and then she's left with 3.5. She has to travel the whole month and whatever. Ne? Now, when you wanna apply for a passport, and when you're busy talking, yeah, I'm going to Thailand. Do you think that person will be happy?
No.
No, looking at you, this person is going to Thailand. Where do they get their man? I say, I'm here to apply for a passport. Offline.
Offline. This guy is not happy.
It's not offline. They have problems, financial problems, and they are scared to reverse. They bit odd and have fun. See, because what? Social media standard. Why? Someone told them.
Bazoti.
Why? You wanna take your kids out every Saturday? No, there's a time kids will know. For the next 3 months, kids get better. Even the bike,
The brake pads are gone.
the bonnet, the bike
Won't come here.
won't
Let's
come.
see.
Okay, but I'll make sure your lunch box is fine.
Sorted. Yeah.
Your school uniform is sorted. You are neat. You eat. I'll never deprive you breakfast or whatever. You understand? But you won't get. And then the time will come where you say, okay, guys, enough is enough. This time, I'm gonna do right for you. You see, if suffered is fine, kids, I'm gonna do right by you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a younger
Oh,
one.
this one 5,000 per month. This one takes 3.5 per month. This one takes 2,000. It all amounts to 10. Okay, it's school holidays. They approved my leave. I'm reversing the 10,000. I'm booking. I'm booking a hotel somewhere. Kids, we're going.
Okay. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Snow. Snow. You made it.
Yeah.
You started with 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This one.
Thanks for tuning in to the episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, share, and like.
This is
Black Menza.